So I want to now go through and show you how to actually add content to your classroom. So here again, we're on the main page, and the button you're going to use the most is right here in this corner. So when you hover over it, you're going to see 4 different options. You'll see create an announcement, create an assignment, create a question, or reuse a post. So just quickly on it, reuse a post is if you've used a post in the past, maybe in a different classroom, or let's say your class is one day behind another due to an assembly or something like that. You click that and you can reuse the post from an old class. Or let's say you just didn't get done, you want to redo it, you didn't get to use it. You can click on that and you can reuse that post. Create a question is just a quick way to do a poll of the class. You can put a question in there and kids can answer it straight in classroom. Creating an assignment is the one that you're going to use almost every time. This allows you to push documents out to students. That allows them to edit it, allows them to share it with neighbors, things like that. And then create an announcement is the same thing as an assignment, except you can't use any of the special features. It's really just a way to say, hey, students, here's an announcement. Paper is due next Friday, change of date, something like that. So I'm going to use the first one right here, create an assignment. And this will pop up. So a cool feature that they have is you can post it now or you can plan ahead. So when you're going to post, so here it is, let's say test assignment. Once you have that, you can click on the little arrow. You can assign it right now and it'll pop up right away. And as soon as you click assign, your students will get an email that says a new post in Google Classroom has been added. Or you can schedule, let's say if there's a test link in there and you want it to pop up at 10 a.m. because class starts at 10:05 and you don't want students to see it earlier. You can schedule it to send at 10:05 a.m. and then you can send your next period to send out at 11:05 or whatever it might be. Or you can save it as a draft, and that means you can come back to it and post it when you want and keep editing things. So the way that I set up my class, I would always title the assignment. So let's say we're doing the Trail of Tears. I would always put a do now in there. And usually it was for the first 5, whether it be CNN Student News or an online worksheet or something like that that I wanted to view, or a preview of the lesson, I would put the link straight in there. And then I would say open document X, whatever I would name it. Then I might say go to slide 6 after I've attached the slides, whatever it might be. Then I might say go to this website and watch this video. And this would be a way to just curate my lesson and then maybe complete the exit ticket. And I would put a link to Google Forms on here. So that way I could get the data right away. It can send it back to students immediately, things like that. So let's say the due date I want is tomorrow and I want it done by midnight. And now students will be able to see this and there'll be links on here once you actually copy and paste them in. But then the really cool thing that you want to do is you can see down here, you have the paperclip, which is attached just like in an email. You can attach Word documents and things. Or you can see the Google Drive logo. And this is where the really cool stuff happens. Anything that you have in your Drive that was made on Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Drawings, things like that, you can access and you can actually push out to students where they can then edit it themselves. So for instance, let's say you make a worksheet on Google Docs. You'll see it links to my Drive right here. It's taking a second to load. So let's say we go to my Drive. And I have my demonstration documents for today. So let's say I want to upload these 3. So I have an example Google Doc, an example Google Slides, and an example Google Drawings. So I click Add. And now there's these different sharing settings. These are the really, really awesome things, but it has to be a Google Doc, Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Drawing. It has to be a Google product in order to use these settings. If you want to share a Word document, that's fine, but students can't do anything but view it. So if you upload a Google Doc or drawing or slide, you have 3 options. You have students can view the same file, which means they can just look at it. They can't do anything with it. Students can view and edit the same file. This is a feature where every student will be editing the same document. So maybe you want everyone to copy and paste research into a common document for everyone to see. The one that you'll be using the most is each individual student gets their own copy. So whatever you make, let's say it's a worksheet or any type of document, a web quest, if you click each individual student gets their own copy, then each student will get a copy of it made for them. So any edits they make are only on their sheet. No other student can see it, and then they can actually turn it back in to Google Classroom with one click of a button. So let's say I want every student to have their own copy of this because it's questions on their worksheet and I want them to turn it in. And then I also want every student to add a picture to our drawing. So I will say students can edit the file, which means every student's editing the same file. And here's my slides for the day. I don't want any students manipulating them or changing them. I want them to just be able to view it at their Chromebook. So I'm going to leave that one with students can view the file. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to click assign. It will then save it and it will make it appear right here. That's how you're going to upload assignments and different things like that. When you actually have students enrolled in your class and they've gotten this copy, it'll actually show you how many students are done with it and how many are not done, because students will actually have a button that says turn in on their assignment.